Dear students, subject statistics, it is very important subject. It is not mathematics, but it is part of mathematics. In each and every field we are using statistics, so it is very important subject. Now in first chapter, it is collection of data. We will discuss this chapter. So in collection of data, first of all, origin and growth of statistics from ancient time to modern time, the growth of statistics. So Indian contribution in the development of statistics is significant from the Mauryan time. So see, the Indian contribution in the field of statistics has been quite significant from the Mauryan Empire. At that time, during the Mauryan Empire, Chanakya, known as Kautilya, has written book Arthashastra. In that book, he has collected the data related with income, expense of states, matter related with agriculture and all. After that, during the time of Mughal Emperor Akbar, one book, Aine Akbari, written by Abul Fazl. So, Aine Akbari, written by Abul Fazl. In that book, also data is available. So, from ancient time, Indian contribution in the statistics field is significant. The German word statistic was first used by Gottfried Eckenwald in 1749. First time statistic word was used by Gottfried Eckenwald in 1749. By 18th century, the term statistics was used for systematic collection of data. Earlier that was not systematic, but by 18th century, this term was used for systematic collection of data. Statistics was formally introduced in Encyclopedia Britannica in 1797. The first statistical body, the Royal Statistical Society, was founded in 1834 in London. First Royal Statistical Society. The Royal Statistical Society was founded in 1834. That is known as first statistical body. Now Carl Pearson, statistician Carl Pearson. So Carl Pearson was the founder of mathematical statistics. As I told you, statistics is used in each and every field. It is part of mathematics. So in science, maths, in each and other fields we are using. So mathematical statistics was found by Carl Pearson, and he founded statistical laboratory in 1911 in London. Statistician Fisher applied statistics to a variety of diversified fields in each and every field. Professor Fisher, statistician Fisher has used the statistics, and that's why Fisher is known as father of statistics. So who is known as father of statistics? So Fisher is known as father of statistics. Now advanced methods of statistics were developed day by day, every time. Advanced statistics is using in each and every field. Now, growth of statistics in India. Earlier we have discussed the contribution from ancient time. Now, after independence and at the time of independence until today, the development of statistics in India. So growth of statistics in India. So Indian Statistical Institute, ISI, Indian Statistical Institute, was started by Professor P.C. Mahalanobis at Kolkata in 1931. At that time he started Indian Statistical Institute in 1931. He started first postgraduate course in statistics at Kolkata University in 1941. So this shows the importance of statistics. So first postgraduate course was started by Professor P.C. Mahalanobis in Kolkata University in 1941. The government had approved National Sample Survey proposed by Professor P.C. Mahalanobis in 1950 after 1947, after independence. So National Sample Survey was proposed by Professor P.C. Mahalanobis, and that was approved by the Indian government in 1950. And we are collecting data, population, census survey and all we are using for the different 5 years plan and everything. Indian Agriculture Statistics Research Institute, it is another institute. Indian Agriculture Statistics Research Institute, IASRI, contributed a lot in the development of statistics in India. Definition of statistics. The statistics is the science which deals with the collection, analysis and interpretation of numerical data. According to this definition shows the importance of numerical data, collection of data, analysis of data and interpretation of numerical data. But at present, nowadays, it is used for numerical data as well as qualitative data and for everything. So statistics is the definition. Many definitions are given by many statisticians, but it is common definition. So statistics is the science which deals with the collection, analysis and interpretation of numerical data. Now statistics is not only useful for quantitative, means numerical data, but also qualitative data and considered as the independent part of scientific methods. Operation Research, OR short form, was used in military project during the Second World War. Operation Research, it is method of statistics. It is part of statistics, was used during the Second World War. In India, Operation Research came into existence in 1949 with the opening of the Operation Research Unit at Regional Research Laboratory in Hyderabad. In 1949 in India, we have started Operation Research Unit at Hyderabad. For National Planning and Survey, 1953 at ISI, Calcutta, Professor P.C. Mahalanobis formulated second 5-year plan with the help of Operation Research techniques. So it is quite important to use Operation Research. Operation Research techniques are useful for the government to maximize per capita income by using minimum resources. So ultimately we can say statistics is very important subject. So growth and development of statistics in worldwide and growth of statistics in India. Now quantitative data and qualitative data. So first of all, population. In collection of data, what do you mean by population, what do you mean by size of population, sample size and all. So population. So group of all units under inquiry, under study. The group of all units under study or under inquiry is called population. If you want to collection the data, or we want to do inquiry about the students of particular school, so all the students of particular school, that is known as population. So group of all units under the study is called population. Say for example, if you want to collect information and you want to do inquiry about the workers of textile industry, then all workers of textile industry, that is known as population. Size of population, so the total number of units contained in the population is called size of population. Number of units under inquiry, that is known as size of population. It is denoted by capital N. So finite population, if the total number of units of the population is finite, countable, number are fixed, then it is known as finite population. For example, number of students in particular school, or number of workers in textile industry, number of workers in chemical industry. So numbers are fixed, so that is finite population. Infinite population means number of units of population are not countable. For example, number of stars in sky, that is not countable. So infinite, so we can say infinite population. So finite population. Sample, so set or group of units selected from the population on the basis of some criteria, definite criteria, is called sample. Selected number of units for the inquiry from the population is called sample. Sample size, the number of units selected from the population, that is sample size, and it is denoted by small n. So population means capital N. From capital N, selected number of samples, that is small n. So small n is always less than or equal to capital N. Now sample units, the unit selected in the sample is called sample unit. Data, the set of all the observations obtained by the inspection is called data, information, data under observation, inspection, job data. Variable, if the measurement of the characteristics varies from unit to unit, try to understand, if the measurement of the characteristics varies from unit to unit, it is called variable. If the variable characteristics is non-numeric, not countable, non-numeric, means qualitative, it is called qualitative variables, means attributes, quality, for example efficiency, intelligence, such type of, that is called attribute or qualitative. If the variable characteristic is numerical, it is called quantitative or numerical, that means age, height, weight, income, marks is a numerical. So the collection of observation on the attribute is called qualitative data, and on the collection of the observation on the numerical variable, that is called quantitative data. So we should try to understand qualitative data and quantitative. Qualitative data related with quality, not numbers, means efficiency, intelligence, that is qualitative data, and quantitative data means we can measure in numbers, result of the student, number of students, income, population, that is known as quantitative data. After qualitative discussion of qualitative data, quantitative data, population, sample survey, population and everything, now we can classify mainly the data into two parts, primary data and secondary data. As its name, primary data means data which is collected by agency or investigator for the first time from the units, that is known as primary data. So see, the data originally collected by any agency or investigator for the first time is called primary data. Person to person, investigator goes and visits and collects the information, that is known as primary data. For example, data collected by National Sample Survey Organization, that is primary data. Census Department, General Registrar is collecting information about the census of India, that is primary data. Class teacher is collecting information about the students from his class, that is primary data. Means from the respondent directly collected by the investigator, that is known as primary data. We can say it is raw data, original data. Secondary data, data which was earlierly collected by some other agency or investigator, and we are using that ready data, we are reusing that data, that is known as secondary. And the difference between primary data and secondary data, sometimes for the 2 marks or 3 marks, approximately 2 marks, right? Difference between primary data and secondary data, you have to draw the table, and then you can write 1 point, first, second, third. So primary data obtained first time, therefore primary data are original data. Secondary data are not original data because of we collected by others and reused by others. Primary data are collected from the units under inquiry. Secondary data are collected from primary data. Primary data are raw data, and it requires to be classified and tabulated. Secondary data are already classified and attributed. Primary data requires more time, more energy, more money, means to collect primary data it is expensive process. Secondary data requires less time, less money, less energy, because of we are collecting this from the primary directly, copy paste. Primary data are collecting by investigator for the first time under the units of inquiry, that therefore it is reliable data. Secondary data were collected by other agency so are less reliable data. So this is the difference between primary data and secondary data. Now you have to write all the points, try to understand, remember it. Thank you.